What if strength wasn't something you're born with, but something you could collect? What if every hard thing you've ever done, every fear you've faced, every challenge you've overcome could be turned into proof? Proof that you're not weak, that you've been through worse, that you can do this. In this video, we're building your victory vault, a mental bank of badass moments to draw strength from when life punches you in the face. This isn't just vague theory. This is field-tested, used by Marines and extreme athletes. And it might just be the most powerful mindset shift you'll ever make. We'll look at Rocky Balboa, Katniss Everdeen, David Goggins, Alex Honnold, and even Frodo Baggins. Different stories, different worlds, but one thing they all share: a victory vault. A stockpile of past wins they can reach for when the road ahead feels impossible. Welcome to Mindflix, where we break down powerful moments from iconic films and uncover the mental models, life lessons, and big questions hiding inside them. If you want to build a stronger mindset, be sure to subscribe so you never miss the tools and strategies that keep you sharp when life hits hard. Let's start with Rocky. In Rocky Balboa, there's a moment where his son complains that life isn't fair, that things got hard, that the world knocked him down. And Rocky says,
"The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it."
And then he drops the line that matters.
But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward.
That's the heart of the victory vault. Every time life hits you and you keep moving, that moment becomes a deposit in your mental vault. One you can withdraw from when self-doubt creeps in, when life gets heavy, when you think you can't do it. You can because you have. You just forgot. Here's the problem. Most of us suffer from recency bias. We only judge ourselves by the last few weeks. If the past month sucked, we think we suck. But your life is longer than a bad week, and you've done harder things than whatever you're facing right now. You just don't remember them because you never stored them. And that's what the victory vault is for. In the Hunger Games, Katniss Everdeen doesn't enter the arena confident. She enters terrified. But round after round, setback after setback, she endures, she adapts, she outlasts. By the time the third movie rolls around, she's no longer unsure of who she is. In fact, she's very confident. Why? Because she has proof. Proof of past survival. Proof of past courage. Proof of past fire. That's the victory vault in action. She has lots of evidence from the past few years of fighting that she can draw from to remind herself that she knows how to handle herself. So how do you build your own? You start with these three questions. What's the hardest thing I've ever done? What fear have I faced and conquered? When did I persist, even when I wanted to quit? These are your receipts. They're your personal evidence folder. You don't need belief, you need proof. Ryan Holiday puts it like this.
Self-belief is overrated. Generate evidence.
Yeah, I say I don't believe in myself. I have evidence. Like, I know what I have done because I have done it, and I can see it, and it's real. That's it. The more you do it, the more reps you get. You just have this confidence of like, I can handle anything because I've handled everything up until this point.
And that's what this vault is, a database of evidence that you're a badass. Let's take it even further. Frodo, just a tiny hobbit from the Shire. No sword skills, no army, just a ring and a mountain. And yet, he walks through fire, faces Nazgul, resists temptation, endures to the end. Every step, every scar, every narrow escape, that's a deposit in his victory vault. The crazy part? He doesn't even see himself as strong, but the vault says otherwise. Strength isn't about what you feel in the moment. It's about the record you've already written in your own history. Your proof lives in what you've done, not what you believe. David Goggins calls this the cookie jar. When life sucks, he doesn't hope for strength. He reaches into the jar and pulls out memories.
As you all know, your mom has a cookie jar, and sometimes you might have an Oreo, sometimes you might have a Chips Ahoy, sometimes you might have an oatmeal raisin cookie. You never know. It's just in there. My cookie jar has every single failure and success of my life, something I overcame. So what happens in time of life when you're stressed out and things get bad, even the hardest guy in the world, I will, in my mind, reach into my cookie jar, and sometimes you forget how hard you are in times of need, because you're stressed. but you forget, I'm a fucking Navy SEAL, I'm a Ranger, I'm this and that, but you forget all that because your life sucks. I calm down, take that 1 second, get control of my life, reach in the cookie jar. Wow, you got called nigger your whole life and you're now the only person in history to do this, and this. Put it back in the cookie jar, reset my mind. You have to remind yourself of how badass you really are in times of need. That's the fucking cookie jar.
You might be wondering, what if I haven't done hard things? If your victory vault is empty right now, don't panic. Just start small. Wake up 30 minutes earlier. Stay in the sauna a little longer. Go run when it rains, or do 20 push-ups when you don't feel like it. Every small victory is a deposit, and they add up. Remember, your vault doesn't care how big the battle was. It only cares that you didn't quit, that you pushed through despite it being hard. Joe Rogan often talks about the benefits of doing hard things.
Difficult things make regular life less difficult. And that sounds so simplistic, but particularly physically difficult things. Because when you do things that are physically difficult, the strain of making yourself do those things, it's very valuable. It's not just valuable like exercise and fitness and martial arts and running and whatever you're doing that's really difficult. It's not just valuable in terms of like health and the way you look, but it's also valuable for your mind, maybe even more so. Because regular life can be confusing, and little things that go wrong and little problems that arise are exacerbated by the fact that you're not accustomed to dealing with hardship. So creating your own bullshit, whether it's through fucking some brutal kettlebell exercise or running up hills or something, is extremely valuable for you also, not just accepting the nuanced perspectives of other people, but also being able to navigate through this world with some sort of an understanding of just how complex it all is and how weird it all is, and not be overly thrown off by every little dip in the road and pothole that you encounter.
And finally, let's look at Alex Honnold, the climber immortalized in the 2018 documentary Free Solo. When he's clinging to a wall of granite with nothing but air beneath him, there's no room for doubt, no space for the question, can I really do this? To stay locked in the present and in a can-do state of mind, Honnold draws on his victory vault, built from thousands of climbs, endless training days, falls, and recoveries. Every hold, every move is backed by the memory of something hard he's already conquered. In those moments, he's not guessing. He's making withdrawals from deposits he's been stacking for years. The wall in front of him might seem impossible, but his vault reminds him he's been here before. Maybe not on this wall, but in this feeling. And that memory changes everything. All right, let's recap. 1. Remember the wins. Ask yourself, what hard things have I already done? 2. Record the receipts. Write them down. Make a list. Burn them into your brain. 3. Revisit the vault. In moments of stress, fear, or doubt, reach in and remind yourself, you've done harder things than this. So next time you're tempted to say, I can't do this, pause and say, wait, I've done harder things in the past. That's your vault speaking. That's your truth. Don't rely on motivation. Rely on memory. And build your vault, one challenge at a time. If this video helped you, make a deposit in our vault. Hit the like button, hit subscribe, and share it with someone who needs it. See you in the next one.